Waziri Salim, that whatever happens on 25th June ought to have communicated clearly that the youth of this country need a functional system. And if the things that we have mentioned that should be done are not going to be done within 7 days, then he should be assured that Talanta Hela Plaza is not that far. Vijana power.
Wow. Waziri Salim Mvurya, sisi tunakupa makataa ya siku 7 kwamba ujumuishe kikao chako. Uhakikishe ya kwamba kwa siku 7 ambazo tunakupa kuanzia leo, hatima hizo siku zikamilika, uwe umetenga kwamba fedha za kufanya uchaguzi wa NYC ziko waziwazi, ili vijana tujiandae tuingia katika uwanja huu, tukwaruzane, tuone, tuchaguane, tuone ni nani anaweza ongoza na aweze kusimamia masuala ya vijana katika nchi ya Kenya.
Thank you so much. My name is Babu, and with me here is a group of young leaders from this county and this country at large. And we are here to talk about the issues around the National Youth Council elections. It is so sad that 13 years down the line, since the inception of NYC, we've not had elections to give young people an opportunity to represent themselves at the council. We want to say that the council as it stands right now is a congregation of government employees. It's all about secretariat led by the CEO and other employees within there. They do not have a voice to speak to the issues of young people. That's why we had many young people were killed during the Gen Z protest, but the council did not pronounce itself on those issues. We've had new funding model that is affecting the generation, but the council has not pronounced itself on that issue. We've had police brutality, extrajudicial killings, abductions, and disappearance of youths. The council has not mentioned itself, has not pronounced itself on those issues. And that's why we are calling upon the CS Salim Mvurya to constitute the council elections within 7 days from now, because the budget was already issued, the calendar was was delivered by the former CS Kipchumba Murkomen. We want to urge the Waziri Salim Mvurya to ensure that we have civic education on elections of National Youth Council ongoing, and we want clarification on the budget that was designated for the council elections, civic education, and engagement of young people in that regard. We're also calling upon the Waziri to ensure that these elections are done timely to give the youth an opportunity to have their chairperson elected and seats of the council. Vijana power. Power. I want to tell the CS Waziri Salim that whatever happens on 25th June ought to have communicated clearly that the youth of this country need a functional system. And if the things that we have mentioned that should be done are not going to be done within 7 days, then he should be assured that Talanta Hela Plaza is not that far. Vijana power. Wow. We shall mobilize, we shall organize, and we shall visit you so that you can tell us, now that you cannot conduct these elections, we will bring millions and millions of young people at Talanta Plaza so that you can talk to them and tell them why are the elections being delayed. And you'll have to explain to them where is the money that was budgeted for to conduct those elections. Vijana power. Power. I think that's enough, unless there's an additional to that issue of NYC. We'd like to address a different issue regarding the recent endorsement of one Governor Johnson Sakaja. It is so sad that the young people of this country are trying to put themselves in the positions of leadership, but the leadership in the place is somehow trying to go to bed with the old guards. We are sad that yesterday Governor Johnson Sakaja was somehow endorsed to retain a second term as a Nairobi City Governor, whereas there's nothing that is functional in this town. Recently we saw young people being killed in this city. Amongst the cities that the Gen Zs were abducted and actually killed, Nairobi is leading. But Sakaja till date has not communicated anything. He didn't pronounce himself. He did not condemn the brutal killings of young people. But again, we are seeing that some leaders are converging and trying to give him a second life, whereas the people of Nairobi had decided that this guy must go home. We want to say that Babu has been there for the people. Babu was on the streets. Babu came out and defended the Gen Zs and the young people of this country when the police peddled so much anger and pressure on them. Babu has been there defending the Mwananchi during the tough times. And we want to say that as Nairobians, we shall give him what he deserves. We shall ensure that Babu Owino gets the city governorship as he deserves. That is within his rights, because he has shown that he is willing and ready to work for the interests of the people. We don't want to be coerced to go into bed with the people who do not stand for what they believe in. When Raila Odinga was contesting in 2013, Johnson Sakaja disappeared and supported Uhuru Kenyatta, TNA. In 2017, Sakaja did not support Raila. In 2022, he supported William Samoei Ruto. Babu Owino has been a loyal member of the ODM party and a loyal follower of Raila Odinga. We know that people like Sakaja are opportunists who just camouflage and appears when the time is conducive for them to benefit personally, but not for the people. And therefore, we want to say that we wish Jaduong, we wish Jacom all the best in AUC, but we wish Sakaja all the worst if he tries to secure a second term in Nairobi County. Vijana power.
Power.
Thank you so much.
Tunataka tuelewane na vijana ambao wamesimama mahali hapa sasa hivi kwamba Mheshimiwa Waziri Salim Mvurya, sisi tunakupa makataa ya siku 7 kwamba ujumuishe kikao chako, uhakikishe ya kwamba kwa siku 7 ambazo tunakupa kuanzia leo, hatima hizo siku zikamilika, uwe umetenga kwamba fedha za kufanya uchaguzi wa NYC ziko waziwazi, ili vijana tujiandae tuingia katika uwanja huu, tukwaruzane, tuchaguane, tuone ni nani anaweza ongoza na aweze kusimamia masuala ya vijana katika nchi ya Kenya. Hatutoruhusu kwamba vijana wetu wanauawa usiku na mchana, kwamba serikali ya nchi ya Kenya haiwezi simama popote, haiwezi kutupigania, ili ni sisi wenyewe tunasimama tukianza kupigana wenyewe kwa wenyewe. Kwa hivyo nataka niulize ya kwamba siku 7 zikikamilika, iwapo Waziri Salim Mvurya hautakuwa umetenga kikao kinachosimamia kura za vijana za NYC, ndugu yangu Mheshimiwa Salim Mvurya, tutafika katika afisi yako, tutakuja kwa milioni ili utueleze. Labda kuna lugha ambayo unaelewa zaidi kuliko Kiswahili na Kizungu ambacho tunazungumza kila siku. Tutakuja utueleze kinagaubaga ni kwa nini kura hizo hazijafanyika. Vile vile nataka niulize kwamba Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, sisi kama vijana wa taifa la Kenya tumekuwa kila siku tunakuombea mema, tunakuombea kila siku kwamba uende AU uwe chairman, lakini unapotuacha nyuma unatugonga na jiwe. Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, sisi tunakuuliza kwa heshima yako kwamba wewe ni mtu mzima, umekuwa katika siasa za nchi ya Kenya, lakini yale ambayo ulifanya jana kule Bomas, kwamba unamuidhinisha mtu ambaye yako katika kiti kama gavana wa jimbo la Nairobi ambaye hatekelezi wajibu wake kama gavana, unatuletea tena kwamba aendelee kutunyanyasa sisi kama watu wa Nairobi. Tunaambia Babu Owino, wewe songa mbele, sisi tuko na wewe, bambe tubambe, hatutakuachilia, tutatembea na wewe dakika kwa saa kuhakikisha kwamba 2027 Mheshimiwa Babu Owino unakuwa gavana wa jimbo hili la Nairobi. Vijana power. Vijana TB. Asante.
As we can see here in Nairobi, the only thing that is working is Sakaja's dimples. So going forward, we are not going to entertain such things in Nairobi and the entire Kenya. And this thing, as my seniors have said, that the old dogs endorsement issues are forgotten, and you are no longer going to do that. And that's why we're going to stand with anybody who stood with us when we were rejecting the finance bill, when we were focusing on ensuring we have a better Kenya. We have some politicians who think that they are untouchable because they have maybe done some investment in some other foreign countries with their offshore accounts. We are going to tell you that we are not that stupid. If we are going to make a better Kenya, we are going to ensure that we jail you. What's happening in South Africa, of where that the Mzungus are returning the land which they stolen back in 1990s. They are returning everything. That's what's going to happen. But only in Kenya, it's not going to happen to the Mzungu, but happening to the corrupt leaders. If you think you're going to hide, they not. USA cannot hide you, because we shall be negotiating with USA to extradite you back to Kenya so that you can face a jail term and return all the looted money. So ukifikiria utaenda nchi nyingine ujifiche, haitakuwa, because at that time we'll be saying that USA, you want to benefit from Kenya, you cannot benefit if you're hiding some criminals in your country. So it say that the USA cooperate with us or they are not going to benefit. So ukifikiria that wewe ni mwanasiasa na unataka kuiba ufiche huku ngambo, my friend, hiyo ni ndoto ya mchana.